All right, everybody, I've already tried recording this video twice and it hasn't worked. Now I'm going to try for a third time. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and show is player progressions, who did what in the off season. Red is bad, green is good. Most players either stayed the same or went green. LaMelo, excuse me, went +5. Basically, if your players are young or if they're happy, they're going to be green. Unless they're like really old or really unhappy, then they might go down. Chris Paul's on the older side, so he goes to a -2. Zion is +3 for the Celtics. The Clippers with Claxton, who they recently signed, up 1. Ja Morant goes to a +3 for a 95 overall. Victor Wembanyama goes +6. That might be the biggest gain of this entire class, or this offseason, excuse me. For the Hornets, they have Gilgeous-Alexander, who goes +2 to a 95 overall, so he's looking pretty good. Mobley goes +5 for the Jazz, so that's almost as good of a gain as Wemby. Edwards also goes +5 for the Kings, another fantastic gain. They had no red. Cade goes 5 for the Knicks, and they have no red either, so that's good. For the Lakers, they recently acquired Durant and Van Vliet. Nothing but green for that team. For the Magic, it's looking like mostly green. Keontae goes +5 for them. They did trade away Durant, though. The Mavericks have some roster to fill out before the season begins in a couple of days. Giddey goes +4 for the Nets. Not that many changes for Denver overall, which I guess is not the most ideal thing in the world, but at least players aren't going negative. Bradley Beal goes +1 at his age. That's a little surprising. Kyrie, is that Kyrie that went +2? I mean, maybe it's just because of morale and they're happy and stuff. Not that much movement here on the Raptors. A couple of old guys decreasing. Jalen Green goes +4 for Houston. There's another +6, Michael Porter Jr. for the Spurs, all the way up to an 89 overall. Ivy goes up 5 for the Suns. I know they're looking to contend again this year with Luka, and that Ivy +5 will help a lot. Speaking of a lot, there's a lot of green on the Thunder there with all of their young guys. CJ McCollum goes -4 for the Wolves, which isn't the most ideal thing. I'm surprised he dropped that much when he's only 33. Maybe just bad luck, though. Garland and Whitmore go +4, along with Collins for the Blazers. For this young Warriors team, everyone increases, but not that many huge changes other than Amen Thompson, who goes +4. And finally, for the Bullets, Halliburton, Murray, and Ayton all go +3. And then they only have Green, who decreases. So now that I got that out of the way, the next thing that I will go ahead and show is the salary tables for every single team so that you can see where you stand. The Sixers are $40 million over the cap. The Bucks, who just signed Paul George, are 41 over the cap, almost 42. The Bulls are 55 over the cap after their signings. The Cavs are about 32 over the cap. About 11 million for Boston, 44 for the Clippers here, who recently acquired 96 overall Steph Curry in that trade. Looks like Curry didn't. That's a glitch with Hayes. We'll fix that. I'll make a mental note to fix that for Hayes. Edit his salary back to what it should be. The Hawks. He'd have about 4.59 million left to go ahead and sign someone. The Hornets are 16 million over the cap. The Jazz have a lot of room left. I know there's still a couple decent free agents. I'll try to show free agents again at the end of this video in case you still have some roster spots that you need to get filled out before the season begins. I think DeRozan and D'Angelo Russell are both still good free agents who are in the mid to high 80s. Didn't get a chance to see how DeRozan progressed in the offseason because he wasn't on a team, but hopefully he's still like in the 85, 86 range. And someone can get good value signing him this late. He should be asking for less money. The Nets have about $7.5 million left to spend. Nuggets have a crap ton of cap room left, so maybe they'll go for DeRozan. Pacers are about $10 million over the cap. The Pelicans are significantly over the cap even after the Curry trade. They are less over than last year, but still a lot of money. Same with the Pistons. The Raptors have a ton of room. I know LeBron retired. This team's trying to find a direction still. The Rockets, about $20 million over the cap. The Spurs, your reigning champions, about $83 million over the cap. They're still spending a lot of money. The Suns, who are hoping to be the reigning champs soon, $52 million over the cap. Here's the Thunder. They were able to re-sign OG to a 4-year deal. The Wolves, with that McCollum contract, it's going to start to hurt with the fact that he went -4. Blazers are 55 over. The Warriors are just under the cap, $275K. And finally, the Bullets are heavily over the cap. I'm going to go ahead and advance to next season now. And what else do I have to show? I'll show free agents first, just so people can see who's left. So it looks like DeMar's still an 86. That's good. He still wants $33 million. So only a couple of teams are going to be able to afford him. Vanderbilt has dropped his asking price a lot. Jalen Smith, Zeke Najee's still there. And I'll scroll for a second here and sort by position. So here's point guards. Obviously, D'Angelo Russell is probably going to find a team. So is Horton Tucker, I would assume. Here's shooting guards. And DeMar DeRozan should really be a shooting guard. I don't know why he's listed as a power forward. Not that many other shooting guards, though. Same with small forwards. It's kind of cleaned out here at small forward. A lot of G Leaguers. Here's power forwards, Vanderbilt and DeRozan. Obviously, two of the biggest names. And then for centers, we have a couple decent guys left who could be role players on teams. But yeah, it looks like that's about it for free agents. What else do I want to show? Anything? Maybe we can show I don't know. I don't really know if there's anything else to show or not. So I might just leave it at that. I've showed rosters. I've showed the cap tables progression. Who's still available in free agency. So I think with that, we will end the video and set the next deadline for tomorrow. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and bye-bye.